And now let's bring in to further break down the latest Biden corruption family issues, America's mayor, my friend, Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, so James Comer just told us that these new subpoenas being issued, now they've been subpoenaed. The family's been subpoenaed, the business associates have been subpoenaed for testimony. Mr. Mayor, take us through what happens next.
Well, I mean, what happens next is they're going to decide whether they're going to testify or not. And they're going to probably, I mean, I would imagine some, if not all of them, are going to take the Fifth Amendment. Hunter Biden on the witness stand, from what I know of what's in that hard drive and all the other evidence that I acquired on him, there's no way he can answer these questions. For example, Mr. Biden, when you texted to your daughter that for the last 30 years, you've been giving half your income to your father. Is that true? Well, if he says no, there's an awful lot of evidence that it was true. And then what the heck did he text it for? I mean, you've got him giving his father $50,000 a month in rent for a while for a house that Hunter, owns. I mean, you don't pay rent on a house that you own unless it's a laundered payment to make up that 50% of everything. And that's the role that Eric Schwerin played. Eric Schwerin was the guy who kind of fixed up the numbers. The deal that Joe had.
Mr. Mayor, is that called the bag man?
Yeah, well, Joe's the bag man, and Schwerin's if this were organized crime, because they do that. Joe would be the bag man, and Schwerin would be the controller.
Got it.
So
how did they get someone to roll? I mean, they have all these players. They have James Biden, they have Hunter Biden, they got Schwerin, they got the art dealer, they got AmeriCorps that they're subpoenaing. Someone, in order for this to get the perp walk that so many people think is well deserved and should happen, Mr. Mayor, someone's got to roll on the big guy, right?
Yeah, well, they have actually. I mean, they've got Bob Belinsky, who tells you he spoke directly with the big guy about the deals with China. The deal with China in which the big guy, depending on which of these you credit, was either going to get 10% or 50% of the deal. That money is the money that's rolling in when he gets the so-called repayment of his loan. So you want my guess, that's squaring him up for money they owe him for his share of the bribe from our biggest enemy, the communist China, and from a guy the guy who paid that is described by his son as one of the top spies in China. Imagine a former vice president, a soon-to-be president, the family got $5 million. No question about it. They got $5 million from the Red Chinese in that particular transaction alone. And you can show certain portions of that going to Joe.
Well, okay, so let's take one step further. Who paid the taxes? I think there was a benefactor who decided to pay Hunter's taxes, but who paid the rest? I mean, we're talking millions upon millions of dollars. That's millions upon millions of tax money owed to the IRS. Who
I don't know.
These? And then how do you link the not Bob Belinsky. Bob Belinsky's a hostile witness. I'm talking about some of these people who are on the hook, or if they did something wrong, you threaten them with jail time unless they turn state's witness against the big guy.
No one's done that yet.
Right.
Even though it's 5 years old. A lot of this could have been done in 2019 and 2020, before he even ran for president. But it wasn't done. That's the normal law enforcement procedure. But in this particular case, the FBI and the Justice Department, including under Barr, and particularly under Barr, was completely fixed. Remember, Barr sat on the hard drive for a year. No one bothers to ask Barr that question, as if he's some kind of a god. But I knew that there's something really wrong with Barr the minute I found out about the hard drive, and they were sitting on it for a year. The hard drive completely exonerates the president and there would never have been an impeachment. And his attorney general is concealing it? Got to be something wrong with your attorney general. We already knew that he was a liar who was concealing the hard drive.
And now, Mr. Mayor, and now he's slow walking the Hunter Biden, lawsuits and that case with David White. It's just so gross. We
need a prosecutor.
Yeah.
We need an honest prosecutor. We don't have one.
You ain't going to get one unless you get a Republican president.
Right? We don't have a legitimate justice system. We're a crooked country.
Yeah, you got to get at the top of the justice system is the attorney general. You need a.
He's never going to investigate Biden. Come on.
Right, Mr. Mayor, I got to go. I appreciate your time, Rudy Giuliani. Everyone, thank you. All right, folks, coming up.